Hey, Landon, how are you doing today?
Doing great.
What'd you say, Landon?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, good. I'm gonna see if I can adjust my camera just a teensy bit. Okay, and it's cleaning off side. All right, we're gonna do something different today. So we'll let's see. Yeah. Okay, so we are going to do a Nearpod. So just give me a couple minutes here. All right, so I'm going to give you all a link. And what you're going to do is stay in Zoom, but open up a new tab on your computer to follow this link. And it should take you into Nearpod. And have you guys used Nearpod with any of your other teachers? This is my first time. All right, well, this is my first time using Nearpod. And so we'll see how it goes. I hope it goes okay. My concern is let's make it go good. All right. All right. And if you prefer to have, if you have like the Nearpod app, if you're not on a computer, if you're on your phone, you can use the Nearpod app and use this code that's on the screen. Or you can use the link that I sent you in the chat box. And again, don't X out of Zoom, stay in Zoom, but I need you to click on the link for Nearpod that's in the chat box. So open up a new tab on your computer next to Zoom and click on the Nearpod link. Or yeah. So we'll probably get people in here today. So this should be for second semester only. If you are in the first semester of the Spanish, MG Spanish beginning class, then this would not be a lesson for you. But if you're in the second semester, which most of you are, then you would be here. Stay here. There he is. I see you.
The link does not show up in the chat for me.
Okay, let me try it again. And it may be that because you got here a little later that maybe it didn't show up. Look in the chat box now and would you see it?
I can see it. Thank you.
Okay, so all right. Well, see, I'm still learning Nearpod as well, so it helps for me to know about these little glitches here. Okay, has everybody logged into Nearpod? That's weird, Reese. Your screen is doing strange things.
It happens to mine too. I just turn off my video and then turn it back on.
Okay, all right. I had just never noticed that before with anybody. Yeah, Gerard's in yours too. Turn off your video and turn it back on. Maybe we'll get a clear picture. It might be because of the whole Nearpod thing. I don't know. I'll find out.
It did it on Mrs. Mulline's too when I was in her meeting, but
Was she on
happens-
Nearpod?
yeah, I think so. But
Where'd you-
I don't know if it's that or just Zoom maybe.
I'm guessing it's a Nearpod, Google, Zoom, disconnect somewhere. But if
Maybe.
it's your little hack should hopefully work. Let's see if I had already seen yet. Looks like I can see you better. All right, so have you all followed the link? So this lesson is not for the newer guys. No, it's if you're new, but you're in the second semester, you should be here. Anybody who's taking segment 2 should be here in this lesson. If you're only in segment 1, which I only have a handful of students in segment 1, but if you're in segment 1, then go ahead and leave. But if you're in segment 2, please stay. Does that make sense? Right. So, make sure. All right. Ashton, are you doing module 1? Or module 3? Or did you start working? So, well, what was the first lesson that you read? So this is lessons, today we're doing lesson 3.00 through 3.01. So if you read it out, just stick around for a little bit. I can't look up what mod or what segment you're in right now because I would expose other people's records. All right, I'm gonna share this link one more time so that those of you who just got here will be able to join us. We're going to Nearpod, so stay in. Yeah, that's module 1, Ashton. Okay, so stay in Zoom, but open a tab and click on the link for Nearpod. Those of you that are in segment 2, and then we're going to start our lesson here. I'm going to let's see if it works. So this all right. Then here's the link for Nearpod. All right, we're going to do lesson. We're going to go ahead and get started on this. Okay, so for lesson 3.00, we're just identifying important information about Spanish-speaking countries. As you know, that's an extremely short little lesson. So we start out here, we're learning about Panama, Venezuela, and Colombia. Okay, and so for Panama, we learned that the nationality is, in Spanish, would be Panameño for a boy or Panameña for a girl. The capital is La Ciudad de Panama. Can you all see the lesson in Nearpod? Okay. All right. The money that they use in Panama is the Balboa. They also use the US dollar. Okay. For those of you that just logged in, I'm sending the Nearpod link again. Some of this is a review. Yes, Lacey, but we're in module 3. Okay. So important information. Panama is shaped like the letter S. And it's one of the few places in the world where you can see the sunrise and set. So that's kind of nice, but that's because it's such a narrow little country. Okay. And of course, it has the Panama Canal going through. Did you know that the Panama Canal is composed of 192,000 tons of steel, which is enough to make the Eiffel Tower? Theodore Roosevelt has an iconic picture when he visited the Panama Canal. And he was wearing a hat called un sombrero Panama, which is a Panama hat. And despite the name, that hat is actually made in Ecuador, not Panama. Okay, so let's go on to Colombia. The capital of Colombia is Bogota. The nationality, if your boy is Colombiano, if your girl Colombiana, and they use el peso or peso colombiano. And sorry, my cat joined us. So if you see her climbing on things, you may have to boot her. Okay. All right. There are indigenous cultures in Colombia, but in Colombia, they have actually 80 indigenous tribes, and most are located in the center of the country. There are 64 native languages spoken by these tribes. Okay. Like all countries that have forests, Colombia is known for having a rich biodiversity. It's the second most biodiverse country in the world and has the most species of orchids. You know, we grow orchids in Florida, right? If you go down to Okeechobee Swamp, there are native orchids that grow there. But in Colombia, they've got many, many more species of orchids. Okay. They also have lots more amphibians and butterflies, and the third most species of reptiles. Okay, sorry. Okay. Let's see. Part of our breathing, our fresh air comes from the Amazon, the rainforest, and they call it the world's lung. Venezuela, the capital of Venezuela is Caracas. I was actually in Caracas for about 2 hours. I had a layover on my way down to Chile and just sat in the plane while I refueled. But the nationality, if your boy is Venezolano, if your girl is Venezolana, and the money they use is El Bolivar. Okay. And Mason, if you'll follow the link for Nearpod, come and join us. Now, if you're afraid of thunder and lightning, don't go to a place called Zulia, Venezuela. It's home of the Lago Maracaibo. It's the largest lake in South America. Sorry, and the 19th largest lake in the world. However, the area of Maracaibo is also known as for the most frequent lightning strikes. They have 300 days a year. They have like, so maybe more than we get in Florida. All right. In Merida, Venezuela, there's an ice cream parlor that has the most flavors in the world. They have 900 ice cream flavors. That sounds like worth a trip, right? Just to go taste the ice cream. It's called the Heladeria Coromoto. But in 2017, there was a place that they had to close the store because of the milk shortage. So it's kind of strange that they had to do that. The Salto Angel, or because of the dog, I mean the cat, Geripa. Okay, so this is a native language. Geripacupai, it's a native word, not Spanish. Vena is the tallest waterfall in the world, and that is in Venezuela, or Angel Falls. So if you've never seen the word, I'm sorry, there's an aviator named Jimmy Angel, and he flew over Angel Falls. That's why they call it Angel Falls, because of him. This was in 1933. All right, now lesson 301, we're going to learn about food. Everybody likes food, right? And food groups and drinks. We'll learn about our likes and dislikes, how to say what we do and don't like to eat and drink. We'll understand our descriptions of food and food groups and drinks, identify vocab. We get to use the verb gustar, and also how to use gustar better. We're going to learn about something called borrowed words. Now, I will say that when you get to 306 for your BBA, we might just talk about borrowed words. So you want to pay attention to this. And of course, compare types of food in Spanish-speaking countries. The Florida state standards are listed here, and they're very similar to the objectives, just a bit more information. And something I wanted to show you here on the first page of the lesson 301. At the bottom, there's this little brown thing that says note guide. If you're not in the habit of using your guided notes, each of your lessons will have a little thing, usually on the first page. Sometimes it's a little buried into further pages. You can get your note guides, print them out, write on them, fill them in as you're doing your lesson, to help you with your quiz. Or if you don't have a printer, save your note guide on Word on the computer, and you can fill it in that way. All right, let's go for some vocab. Me encanta. I love. Me encanta comer. A mí me encanta comer. You love to eat. I love to eat. Los frijoles, beans. Me encantan los frijoles negros. I love black beans. Now, frijoles is a word for beans, but not all Spanish-speaking countries use the word frijoles for beans. When I lived in Chile, they called beans porotos. So los frijoles is more of a Mexican term, but it is used in other countries. El pimiento, pepper. Mi mamá usa el pimiento para el almuerzo. My mother used pepper for lunch. Now, this pimiento can be the pepper like you have in the pepper shaker, but it can also be a red bell pepper or green bell pepper, or one of any kind of pepper. Okay. La papa, potato. Ella cocina la papa. She cooks the potato. Now, something to make note of. La papa is the potato. If you take off la and you put papa with an accent on this last letter A, it becomes father, papa. Okay, so accents are important. You don't want to call your dad a potato. You wouldn't say papa, you'd say papa. And then if it were el papa instead of la papa, it would be the Pope. El papa is the Pope. So something to consider. So la papa is the potato. El maíz is corn. El maíz is delicioso. The corn is delicious. Now, maíz is a word that is used in some Spanish-speaking countries, or many, for corn. But there are other Spanish-speaking countries where they use different words. Like in Chile, they say el choclo for corn, not el maíz. When I lived there and I tried to use the word maíz or frijoles, I was very quickly corrected because they don't use those words. La zanahoria, carrot. Mi amigo Luis come la zanahoria todos los días. My friend Luis eats a carrot every day. Cognates. Cognates, remember, are those words that look and sound like the word they mean. So broccoli is what word? What would that be? You guys can unmute if you want to say. What would be
Broccoli.
broccoli? You got it. Okay. So we're going to play a little game here. If I can get it to load. Here we go. How do you climb? Have you guys done this stuff? The climbing game in Nearpod? Okay, we are going to climb on, let's climb the Himalayas today, okay? And let's see. Right. All right, you guys, I'm not sure how, yeah, I see some people connecting here. We should have 21 of you in here. It's like connected. Are you having to do anything on your end, or is it connecting you automatically? This is cute. This is the first time I've used Nearpod and first time I've used this game. So we're waiting for everybody to get connected here. Okay. Is it making you click start or anything on your end so that you can be connected and have a little character? tried to get my daughter to, sorry, to do this practice with me and to want to. Oh, you get to choose your character. Okay. All right. So we got 13 of you who chose your character. We need some more of you to choose your character quick. Be 21 of you all together. Goodness, it's a whole campground. Okay. All right. 6 more of you need to choose a character. Everybody should play. This is a practice, a little bit of vocabulary. Are any of you having difficulties choosing a character? All right, 5 more of you. Let's get choosing. Choose a character.
Kitty.
So we got
Miss Kilpatrick, are you holding your cat?
Yeah, this is my cat. This is Pumpkin Spice. Let's see. Yeah,
It's cute. What?
she gets these times when she wants to be held and take a nap.
Cats are like that.
Yeah, well, I've never had a cat that was this affectionate, but this one she likes to be held at times.
Well, we have 2 cats, but Holly is the most affectionate one.
All right, we're waiting for 4 more of you to join. Are you having trouble picking a character? Don't worry if it looks like someone else's character because it has your name on it. Right, yes, I got this kitty from Mrs. Mullering, and then she found another kitty. She has a little boy kitty that she got. She likes kittens, but she's allergic. She had to find a special food for it. All right, guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and start the game because I'm not gonna keep waiting. All right, I'm fine. All right, this tells me how you guys are doing. Do your best. Question 1. All right, 12 of you got this right. Now we are on loading question 2. All right, this is question 2. Oh, a lot of you are getting this one right. Question 3. All of you doing really good on this. Everybody got this one right? Okay, so Mason, your first place, Valeria, second place, and Journey, your third place. Very good. All right. So we are gonna now talk a little bit about nutrition. And Tara, your camera's messing up again. If you want to turn the video off and on again, let's see if that works. Okay. So in Colombia, now this is people between the ages of 5 and 65. So they're saying 2 out of 3 consume dairy products, 2 out of 3 eat fresh fruits, 2 out of 7 eat fresh vegetables, and 1 out of 7 eat processed foods. And so in Panama, it says this was from 2011, and their eating habits, it says grains were the most consumed food group, with 93% eating rice and cereal as their main food source. The second most consumed food group included lean meats and poultry, fish, eggs, tofu, nuts, and seeds, and legumes, beans, fish being the most popular choice. Let's see, vegetable came in third place, but the main vegetable is a potato, and sugarcane is a major crop. So 29% of the population consumes sugar. Actually, this is kind of low, doesn't, considering how much we eat sugar here in the US. Okay, so about population, okay. 29.4% of the population in Venezuela consumes cereal, 21.5% consume meat. They drink more natural juice than they drink water. And fruits are the least consumed group, with only 0.5 of all food consumed would be juice. The fruit side. All right, now this we're talking, this is a balanced meal chart kind of thing. Okay, so your breads and cereals would be pan is bread, cereales, cereal, arroz is rice, pasta is still pasta, and otros granos or other grains. Vegetales, vegetables, legumbres are like beans, y frutas, fruits. Leche, milk, y productos lácteos would be milk products. Carnes, meats, huevo, egg, and pescado, and fish. All right, so now looking at the food trays here, these are like school lunches compared. So in a German school lunch, looks like some sort of fish and French fries, cheese, and I'm not sure what this is, and bread. South Korean school lunch would be rice. It looks like some meats here, vegetables, and I have no idea what that is. In Tunis, a school lunch, looks like we've got some sort of fish slice, I'm not sure. Some sort of soup, not sure what that is, like a shish kebab, bread, and I think there's a tomato. In Finland, a school lunch, you'd have some sort of bread with this, whatever this is on top. Looks like some pasta, a salad, and some milk. So it's a little bit different, okay? Now this is a boy talking about the lunch in his school. This is his friend Emily eats her grains, dairy products, and vegetables. and she gives her her fruit like el coco, which is the coconut, el tomate, the tomato, and la naranja, which is the orange. Okay. So she loves that. And I'm gonna look at some other here, some black ones. Me encantan las bananas. I love bananas. El queso, cheese. Me encanta el queso. I love cheese. So let's go over these words, which I did mention them. We're still having students showing up here. Anthony, please log into the Nearpod link in the chat box. El coco is the coconut. No me gusta el coco. I don't like coconut. How many of you, by a show of hands, like coconut? Raise your hand if you like coconut. Okay, so one hand go up. Noah, you like coconut? Anybody else like coconut? Ashton likes coconut. Angelina, okay.
I like anything healthy.
Oh, good, good. Well, not everybody likes coconut. When I was a kid, I hated coconut. You really couldn't get me to eat anything with coconut in it. And as an adult, your taste buds change as you get older. I actually like coconut. So weird, huh? Las uvas, grapes. Las uvas son deliciosas. Grapes are delicious. Las fresas, strawberries. Me encantan las fresas. I love strawberries. La naranja, orange. Samuel come la naranja con su mamá todas las tardes. Samuel eats an orange with his mother every afternoon. El queso, cheese. Tú comes el queso, you eat cheese. Now we do have some cognates here. We've got las bananas and el tomate. Those are cognates for what they mean in English, bananas and tomato. You guys have any questions about this vocab? Okay, we are going to now do a little matching game. And let's get instructions. So you just matching. So on your end, you should be able to simply match the cards. Or is this giving you each this screen, or is it, or do I need to call you individually? Is this what I wasn't sure about? Okay, so let's have Noah. You want to match? See if you can make a match.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Someone was screaming. Okay, go ahead and make a match, Noah.
La fresas is strawberries.
Okay, very good. So strawberries and fresas. Okay. All right. Let's have Tara. Will you go ahead and make a match?
El queso and cheese.
El queso and cheese. All right. And let's have Isaiah. You want to make a match?
Las bananas.
Okay, yeah. And that's a cognate, right? All right, let's see here. Reese, you want to try making a match?
La naranja and orange.
Very good. All right. Anaya, you want to make a match?
El coco is coconut.
Right. Okay. Ashton, you want to make a match?
Grapes and Las Uvas.
Mhm. All right, and we've got one more match left. Would be tomato is tomate. Okay. Now on your own, I see that several of you did it on your own, which is great, and most of you got 100% on that. Now we're going to go on to the next thing. Okay. And so we've got the difference between loving and liking. So me gusta and me encanta are both used to express likes, but if we want to say that we really love something, then we would use me encanta. They say I love it. Okay. So we've got some examples here. Me encanta la zanahoria. I love the carrot. Me encantan las fresas. I love strawberries. No me encanta el pimiento. I don't like peppers. Okay. Now, notice encanta is used before a single item. Encantan is used before a plural item, las fresas. And when we want to say we don't like something, we just put no before it. So you could put a no before the carrot one. No me encanta la zanahoria. I don't like carrot. Or if I didn't like strawberries, I'd say no me encantan las fresas. So to say you don't like something, you just put a little no before me, or te or lay or whichever. We're going to look at some more here. But first, we're going to look at some colors, because although you had colors in module 1, this is kind of a review. So white is blanco if it's a masculine item, blanca if it's feminine, black is negro or negra, blue is azul, and that will be for masculine or feminine, the same way, azul. Red is rojo, roja, yellow, amarillo or amarilla, orange, anaranjado or anaranjada, brown, marron, that could be masculine or feminine, pink, rosado, rosada, green, verde, could be masculine or feminine, and silver, gris, that would be masculine or feminine. Actually, I think they made a goof. I'll say this, gris really means gray, silver would be plata, or de plata, or de plata. Okay. All right, let's look at some drinks. We've got la leche, milk. La leche is blanca, the milk is white. El café, coffee. El café está caliente, the coffee is warm. El jugo, juice. El jugo de naranja es mi favorito. Orange juice is my favorite. El agua, water. El agua es muy buena. El té mate tiene mucha cafeína. Okay, mate is a different type of tea, and it says it has lots of caffeine in it. Mate tea, or el té mate, is very popular in Argentina and in Chile. And you know how most teas will come with a little tea bag that you put in the water and you let it sit like that. Well, mate is, they have a special setup, a special cup with actually a type of straw called la bombilla. And the straw has a spoon on one end and a straw on the other. And basically it's got a whole tea leaves kind of thing. Anyway, it's el té mate is very similar to coffee as far as caffeine levels. Okay, so in this one, we're going to use our chat box. You guys still have access to the chat box? Or you can unmute, whichever. So what is this? Is it el café, la leche, el agua, el té, or el jugo?
El agua.
El agua, right. Now we've got, which one is this? La leche, right. Some people have put that in the chat, okay. And what is this?
El tea.
El té, right. Okay, it's tea, but the little tea bag that should tell you right away. Okay. What
El
is
jugo.
el jugo, right. Remember the J in Spanish is a ha sound, so el jugo. And what is this?
El café.
El café.
El café, right. That's with no milk and sugar. Okay. Now, we have a few things to learn about. You know, the word el agua is a feminine word because it ends with the letter A, but it has a masculine definite article, el, the water. Okay, that's a weird word, but there are some other weird words like that in Spanish, like el águila, the eagle. Águila is a feminine word with a masculine definite article, el. El hacha, the axe. Okay, remember that H is silent, el hacha. El día, the day. El mapa, the map. So masculine definite article that ends with the letter A. Don't worry about special letters in the chat box. That's only, you only need to worry about that when you're doing a written assignment. But here's some exceptions. Okay. El agua, the water, becomes las aguas, the waters, when it's plural. And like you would use the waters, you know, like the waters of the river or something like that. El águila, the eagle, becomes las águilas, the eagles. El hacha, the axe, becomes las hachas. So it's kind of weird. Definite article for singular form is masculine, but plural form is feminine. It says this is because the stressed syllable empieza or begins with the letter A. So, or the letters HA. So if it begins with agua, or A for agua, A for aguila, or HA for hacha, that's why you're going to have a feminine definite article when it's plural. But for dia, it becomes los dias because it has a consonant at the beginning. And los mapas also stays masculine definite article because it has a consonant M at the beginning. So if it begins with the letter A or HA, remember HA, the H is silent, then it becomes a feminine definite article when it's plural. You can do a screenshot of this if you want to save this, or you can just write down the notes or come back to it in the lesson. But did you have any questions about this? Okay. Let's talk about borrowed words. Borrowed words are all over the place, okay? So some of the Spanish words that we borrow and use in English are salsa. If you go to the store and you want to have your favorite salsa, you're not going to say, oh, I want my favorite sauce, because salsa means sauce. But we borrow it and we use salsa because, you know, to us, tomato sauce and tomato salsa, are they the same thing? Are they the same product? Tomato sauce and tomato salsa? No, they're not the same. If I buy tomato sauce, I'm going to make some chili or some spaghetti with it or something like that. You know, but I'm not going to use salsa in my chili or in my spaghetti. Not normally. I'd use salsa with some nachos or some other type of chip, or, you know, on top of a taco or something, because it's, you know, chunky usually. Jalapeno. Jalapeno, many of you know this is a very, very hot, spicy pepper. But we have not changed that word into an English word. So if you say that you want a jalapeno, it's a Spanish word, but we have borrowed it in Spanish. Nacho, that's a Spanish word we use in English. So when you go to Taco Bell and you say you want the nachos, well, you're still using a Spanish word, but we borrowed it. We didn't translate it into English. Cafeteria. Cafeteria is, it's a Spanish word, cafeteria, but we use it in English. Okay, so it's kind of strange. We use that word all the time. All right, here's some more. El taco. El taco es delicioso. The taco is delicious. Taco is a borrowed word. Is there something we could translate the word taco into in English? I can't think of it. Can you? You just say el taco. El burrito. You could say the rolled up thing, but it's el burrito, right? El burrito está caliente. The burrito is hot. El guacamole. Guacamole is a salsa. It's like a sauce, but it is made from the avocado. Okay. El guacamole is verde. The guacamole is green. We sure don't translate it into English. Okay. And if you took off the guaca and you say el mole, that's another kind of salsa, another kind of sauce. some of the restaurants you go to, trying to think of it, was it Moe's Burritos or whatever? You know, or, I haven't been out to eat in so long. But el mole is one of the sauces you can get, but guacamole is another sauce you can get. Okay. Now, I will say, when I went to Chile, when I lived there for a year and a half, they did not have guacamole. They did have avocados. And guess what? Avocado is a Spanish word, but in Chile, they say palta. So it's kind of weird. And they did not like spicy stuff. So they would not have liked guacamole. All right, la enchilada is another Spanish food. Okay, ella come la enchilada, she eats the enchilada. We don't translate that into English. We just take that word and we borrow it and we run with it, right? La tortilla. La tortilla tiene queso. The tortilla has cheese. When you go to Walmart and you want tortillas, you call it by any other name than a tortilla. There's this new thing called flatbread, which is a lot like a tortilla, but it's thicker. So it's really not the same. All right, now, here are some words that were borrowed from English, but used in Spanish. So hamburger is an English word. They basically made it Spanglicized, you know, they made it a little more Spanish. So la hamburguesa is what they would say in Spanish. They wouldn't say the hamburger, la hamburguesa. The sandwich, they call it el sandwich. These are borrowed from English, used in Spanish. All right, we are going to. Okay. All right, you guys should have a quiz in front of you. And let's see. Okay, looks like we're doing that. All right. The green means you got the right answer. Most of you are getting these right answers here. You should all be trying to play the little quiz. Okay, well, if it doesn't let you do it anymore, that's fine. You know, switch devices. Let's try that. Yeah, for a minute. Yeah. Okay, so Isabella's got all the answers in there. Or questions. But I see a lot of people not answering.
I think it's because some of us are unable to answer because this thing that just tells us the answer, but when we try to click it, nothing happens when we try to answer.
Okay,
It's just-
so let me try one here. That's what would be for the first one. So the first one, you guys see
It's
this
not-
question? You see my screen? I'm looking at the student screen right now.
It's not letting me do it either.
Okay, so are you seeing the same screen that I am with the tomato on it?
Yes.
Okay, so los tomates, and then you have to go down here
I
to
don't.
next to get the next question. That help? So redondo, marrón y vivo en una palma.
Yeah, it won't let me do it either.
Let me click on that. So that would be, what's the answer for this one?
El coco.
Yes, el coco, okay. So if I click next. Yo soy caliente, tengo cafeína y vivo en una planta. Y en Argentina me usa mucho, Noah.
El temate.
Hey, mate, yeah, this is the bombilla, here, the little straw-like thing. You can see they've got the herb and there's hot water underneath. Okay, yo soy de color amarillo. Si me comes con los nachos.
Okay.
El queso, right? Okay, and then, yeah, and it's not letting me submit the answer. And I'm on the student one, so, yeah, so it looks like we'll just go on to the next thing. Sorry about that, guys. All right, here's some more kind of riddle. My cat bit me. Okay, we come in different colors, but we're mostly rojos, negros, blancos, y marrones. Who are we? What item would that be? I think food
Bean.
items. Beans, yes. And what's the Spanish word for beans?
Frijoles.
Frijoles, right. And we've got el guacamole, la hamburguesa, y la cafeteria. Which of the following word is borrowed from English? Yeah, no?
Hamburguesa.
Hamburguesa, right. Even though I'm feminine, my definite article is masculine when I'm singular. Quien soy? So what is a feminine word with a masculine definite article when it's singular? Your guesses, you can put it in the chat box if you're feeling shy. El agua, right. Let me type it out. Anthony typed it for us, but AGUA, el agua. Okay. All right. En Colombia, soy muy famoso. I come from a bean. What's famous in Colombia? And it comes from a bean.
El café.
El café, right. Blank de naranja es muy delicioso. Could be two words. What might work with this? Naranja is orange.
Oranges are delicious.
Mm-hmm. But what comes before here? Something. Well, you can't say I love the orange. We say something about the orange. Something that is orange, made from an orange. El jugo, right, Lacey? All right, next one, blank la leche. This might be a like or a love. Blank la leche. Me encanta, right? I love the milk. No blank las uvas. This might be someone doesn't like grapes. No blank las uvas would be two words.
No me gusta.
No me gustan. And you want to have it be plural with the N on it. So
No me
no
gustan.
me gustan. Okay. All right, last one. Blank es verde. It looks like a tree. What looks like a tree?
Broccoli.
Huh? How do you say broccoli in Spanish?
El
Broccoli. Broccoli. All right, let's go over some grammar real quick here. I don't want to keep you guys too long. The verb gustar. Okay, so we use gusta for singular items. Okay, and remember, like le, for example, this refers to she. Ella le gusta la zanahoria. She likes the carrot. So we put the pronoun le and gusta en la zanahoria. Here's another one. Le gusta comer el pimiento amarillo. He likes to eat the yellow pepper. Le gusta comer. So singular item, the carrot and the pepper are both singular. But if the thing we like is plural, we have to use gustan with the letter N on it. So if Carlos le gustan los tomates. Carlos likes tomatoes. Le gustan los tomates. Me gustan el queso y la leche. I like milk and cheese. These are two things that I like. Me gustan. So again, we use the plural form of gustar. Gustan. Encantar, remember we used when we said we love something. Encanta is used with singular items. A mi padre le encanta el café. My father loves coffee. Café is singular, so le encanta el café. A Mariana le encanta tomar jugo de naranja. Mariana likes or loves to drink orange juice. Le encanta tomar. Tomar is the word to drink. Beber is another word. Encantan, we use with plural items. Te encantan las fresas. You love strawberries. Te encantan las fresas. Fresas is plural, so we have to use encantan. Okay, so to make either one of these expressions negative, you add the word no, like no me encantan las fresas, or I could say, a Mariana no le encanta tomar jugo de naranja. Just put the word no in there before the pronoun. Me, te, le, nos, os, or les. Those are the pronouns. Let me type that in the chat box for you. So we've got me for yo, te for two, le for él, ella, and usted. Nos for nosotros. These are the pronouns we use with gustar or encantar. Okay. Os would be for vosotros, which is used in Spain. And then we have les, which is ellos, ellas, and ustedes. Okay, that's in the chat box. All right. So here is a little fill in the blank. Okay. So it should look like this for you. And everything is numbered 1 through 7. So you're going to scroll down here and you go 1 and you put the correct form of encantar. I've already given you the pronoun to help you and the word, that the person loves. Okay. So go ahead and fill that in. You guys able to do this? So you scroll down to where it says ready, enter your answer here. And then you'll hit submit when you're all done. Hopefully it'll work. Yeah, I see some people. Well, actually don't know. Okay. So we're just using the correct form of encantar. So if you guys, I'll give you a few minutes to do this and then we'll go over it. Okay, so let's look at the first one. Number 1. I put number 1 here. And what form of encantar should I put? You can unmute if you like, or type it in the chat box. or type it here. The volunteers. Yes, should be able to do this one. Okay, the first form comes before verbs. We have to use the singular form of encantar. So, oops. You see that? Okay. All right, let's go over this together then. You guys have to give me some help here. 2. No le blank los frijoles negros. What form of encantar do we need? You don't have to put in mete layer or no sos or lays because it's here. No le, what form of encantar? Is it encanta or encanta? Frijoles negros is plural, so it should be encantan. All right, so the third question here. 3. May blank los tacos y el burrito should be used gusta or gustan? You can type in the chat box or you can unmute. Yes, it's gustan. All right. 4. A ti te blank el tomate y el té verde. Is it encanta or encantan? These are 2 things the person likes. Person likes mate and they like green tea. So encanta would be for a singular item, but we have 2 things. So what should it be? Encantan, right. All right, 5. Te blank el tomate en la ensalada. You love tomato in the salad. Is it encanta or encantan or tomate? Well, looks like it's el tomate. Is it more than 1 tomato or is it 1 tomato? It's either encanta or encantan. And it looks like it's just 1 tomato. So which one should you use? Encanta, right, Lacey? All right, 6. A él le blank el café caliente. So is it gusta or gustan? Gusta, right. He likes hot coffee and it's, because it's just 1 coffee. 7. No me blank el jugo de naranja. Is it gusta or gustan? Well, jugo, is jugo singular or plural?
Gusto.
Single.
Right, it should be gusta, is singular. All right, and now it's not letting me submit either for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm a teacher. All right. So let's review gustar a little bit more. Okay, we've got I like, me gusta, singular, plural, me gustan. You like, te gusta, for 2, and le gusta for he, she, or usted. Ella or usted. And of course, that's the plural. We have an N, te gustan or le gustan. He or she likes, le gusta, le gustan. So, okay, so this is like 2 or usted, and this one is él or ella. But again, it's either singular or plural. Plural has to be just put on the letter N. All right, here's all of them together. Well, some of them together. Me gusta el tomate, me gustan los frijoles. Me gusta la leche, me gustan las uvas. singular, plural. Doesn't matter who's doing the liking, it's the thing that's liked. ¿Te gusta el pimiento? ¿Te gustan los pimientos? ¿Le gusta la papa? ¿Le gustan las fresas? ¿Le gusta el té? ¿Le gustan los cocos? ¿Le gustan la zanahoria? ¿Le gustan las bananas? That help? All right. So here's some rules. The phrases me gusta or me gustan, te gusta, te gustan, le gusta or le gustan are used to communicate likes and dislikes. If you put the word no before each phrase, it changes to expressing a dislike. So me gusta la naranja, I like the orange, or no me gusta la naranja, I don't like it. And it goes all the way down like that. Te gustan los jugos? No te gustan los jugos. You like the juices, you don't like the juices. And same thing. Rule 2. The phrases me gusta, te gusta, and le gusta change to me gustan, te gustan, and le gustan when followed by a plural or compound noun. For example, el maíz y la papa, this is two different things. There are two things that are like, therefore you use me gustan. Rule 3. When what comes after gustar is another verb, the verb gustar will convert to gusta. So me gusta escribir, me gusta leer, me gusta cocinar. So these are three verbs. Doesn't matter what ending they have. The thing is, we use gusta before an infinitive, the verb that's got its ending, AR, ER, or IR still on. Here's another thing. If you have two verbs next to each other, the first verb is conjugated, which in this case is gustar. Second verb is left as an infinitive. Okay, we're gonna leave. All right, encantar, to love something. Me encanta, singular, me encantan, plural. Me encanta, le encanta, you like, singular, me encantan, le encantan, you like, plural. Le encanta, he or she loves, loves, not likes. Le encantan, he or she loves a plural item. So some examples. Me encanta el tomate, I love the tomato. Te encanta el pimiento, you love pepper. Le encanta la zanahoria, he loves the carrot. Okay, and then we make it plural. Me encantan los frijoles, I love beans. Me encantan las fresas, you love strawberries. Le encantan las bananas, they love, and he loves bananas. Okay, it says if after encantar comes a verb, then it's left as encanta. So me encanta escribir, te encanta aprender, le encanta jugar. It's like gustar, it's this encanta before it's an infinitive verb. Any questions? Okay. So this lesson here has only one quiz, but if you're still feeling a little uneasy about using gustar and encantar, I encourage you to go back into the lesson and review and take some notes before you take your quiz. I'm going to show you a couple of things here to review. Let's see, when you get on the quiz, let's see here. I'm going to go to this review. Okay. So our 301 quiz, if you click on the quick help guide, there's some notes here for 301. Okay. And there's also 301 vocab here. These are some things that can help you. The notes are the same notes that are in the lesson. So you can go through your lesson and fill these things out. And then you keep this to use when you take the quiz. If you print it, keep it in the notebook or a folder. If you have it on the computer, make a folder that says Spanish and keep your stuff in there. Okay. Other things. Collaboration. You all have the option to get 40 points for collaboration. Not everybody did collaboration last semester. That's okay, it's optional. But if you want to do collaboration and get the points, you can do that. So if I go in here to my grade book, for example. Okay, we're at the very end here. Collaboration segment 2. You want to make sure you get segment 2 on this. Okay. You open that up. In the student comment box, you're going to tell me, you should tell me that you came to this lesson, 301, 3.00 to 3.01. What did you enjoy about working with others on this lesson? And what did you learn? So you write those things here, and then you just submit it for grade. Okay. That's 40 easy points that you can get. Do you guys have any questions about this? Please unmute. Tell me if you've got questions. Anything I can answer. I'm gonna take more pictures of this because people have been in and out so much. Okay, any questions? All right, if you don't have questions, you can go ahead and exit from both Nearpod and from, oh, I see a baby brother. And you can exit from Nearpod and from Zoom. Okay. All right, I see some of you are still here. Do you guys have questions? All right, if you're all done, log out. Bye-bye. See you later. See you next week. Girls, do you have any questions?
No, sorry.
Okay, go ahead and log out.
Bye.
Bella, any questions? Okay, I'm gonna